Um, so I decided to try something new, because why not? Because I see so many people, like, they have this gorgeous just so many people look so good with this kind of like what's it called again? So you know, there's a lot of people out there who looks good with lipstick. I'm not one of them. But I was right. This is how it looks like, and then I tried like takes like makeup on. It just looks terrible. But I felt like showing you guys that I tried something new. It looks terrible, so I'm gonna go take it off. I'm not one of those people that looks good with this. And I'm back. So I just took off the makeup, and that's the reason why my skin is really red around my lips, cause my skin is really sensitive. So sorry, this is what you're gonna get. But anyway, hi and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I have been extremely lacking. I've been saying that the last 2 months now, and again, I am sorry. It is the fact that I have just started a new job, and it is a lot, so I don't really have a life yet. I've been working like 6 days, and now I have 4 days off, so unfortunately I do not have like a regular vlog for you guys, like a daily vlog for you guys. But today I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that time I went backpacking, some of the stories that I have from that time. Because when you go backpacking with people for like a month, or I went like backpacking for 1.5 months, you learn a lot during that time. It was amazing, absolutely amazing. I really want to do it again, but it does cost. I'm really red, aren't I? Does it look that? Look, it's just because. What do you guys think of my eyeshadows right now? I'm not really good at makeup. Still, you can see like the blue. It's hard to get off. Makeup guru. No. Okay, I sidetracked, sorry. But yes, when I stayed in Australia, and we went backpacking for like the summer holiday. So we started off a road trip from Townsville to Brisbane, and we were like 11 people. That is a lot of people, and we had to rent 2 cars for that. And already at that point, a lot of troubles started happening, because one of the car rentals we had, they were like, no, it's like double the price of what originally says on the web page, and we were like, what? Okay, do you know what? I'm gonna wait until this is just, so it looks terrible, so I will come back again, and this is a little bit more not so red. See you guys. And I'm back. I am sorry, this is actually the day after. Because I met up with some friends yesterday, because it was Valentine's Day. And after that I just watched YouTube and Netflix for like many hours. So I never ended up like ending my video or making my video yesterday. But anyway, alright, where was I in the story? Yeah, well, like I said, we had some problems with the cars, because we had rented from 2 different car companies, because they had like better deals. We thought they had better deals on the bigger cars from the other company. So, no, how was that? No, I think we had 1 big car and then a smaller one as well, because we were either like 11 or 12 people, and we had a lot of luggage, because some of us were going backpacking after that, and some people were going home, and then some people just traveling around. So we had like 2 rented car from 2 different places. Like they were straight beside each other, but like 2 different places. I don't remember the name or anything. But yes, so we got there, and the one dealership was like, okay, fine. But when we got to the other car company, it was just, oh, so much stress, because they were like, oh, but it's this and this and this extra. We're like, but you haven't told us about this. You haven't none of us have been informed about this extra cost. Like, we have not had this in our plans. And they were like, well, that's how it is. Like, nowhere on your page, absolutely nowhere on this page is standing something about these extra costs. So we decided to go over to the other place that we rented the other car from and ask them if they had a better deal. And they had, so we just scratched the deal from the other place. Like, we're sorry, we're not gonna take this deal because you're so much more expensive than what we thought they were gonna be. So we went to the other place. We already had rented the car, and so we would rather just do it from you guys because you have been honest from the start about the prices. And we actually got quite a good deal because we got a bigger car. So instead of having one big car and one smaller one, we had 2 big cars, and that was actually really nice considering how much luggage we had and how many people we were. So yes, we started our journey. So we started to drive and it went quite well, but oh my god, sitting on the back of those cars, you were sitting like this the whole way, like because we had the three seats in the back. But so I would always recommend, if you're doing like a backpacking trip and you're so many I can't even speak today and you have so many people, I will probably recommend having like a bigger car than what you think. But it was like something I learned though is how much longer the distances between like the gas stations and everything is in Australia than what we're used to. So suddenly like, okay, we have to fill up the tank at this and this point, even though it's maybe like half full, because you never know when the next one is. Because it was like such a huge distance between each gas station, which is not something we are used to, because here in Norway it's like you can drive for like an hour, not even that, like for half an hour and you get a new one, maybe like 15 minutes even. It depends where you're driving, of course. So that was kind of unusual, and it's like a lot of distance. So another thing that happened, we stayed at a hostel. Like, I'm quite used to staying at hostels when traveling because it's cheaper and my hair looks, I'm sorry. So we stayed at a lot of hostels during our travels, and one of the hostels, oh my god, it was just horrible. I don't remember where that was. If I remember, I will leave like just text it right here. I don't remember the name of the hostel. I'm not gonna name the name of the hostel, but if I remember where I was, it's like a quite popular place for backpackers and people go to road trip and stuff, but I don't, was it news? I don't remember. If I remember, if it suddenly comes to me when I'm editing, or I'm gonna ask some of my friends that was there, I will leave the name right here. Came there and we had booked the room for 2 nights. Because we were going to some exploring and to the beach and everything, and I think, yeah, we were also going to a museum, no, not a museum, but a zoo, we were going to a zoo, and so we were like, okay, we're gonna stay here for like 2 nights, and we're gonna book for this hostel. But when we came there, on the other hand, like, they could not find our bookings. Well, they could find it, but they can only find for like 1 night, and we were like, but we have booked for 2 nights, and we are a lot of people, we've been traveling for a long time, and they were like, no, sorry, you can only find for this 1 night, but if you come in the morning, tomorrow morning, like early tomorrow morning, we will be able to fix it, hopefully, maybe. And we were like, what? So you're like, okay, sure. And then we got into the hostel room, and you're like, we were already like 11 or 12 people in the same room. I was at 9 or maybe 9 and 10. I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember exactly how many people there were. It started to be a long time since we were there. And it was 1 bathroom, and I think it was like 15 beds in that room. 15 beds and 1 bathroom, and then it's either 1 or 2 showers. And no air condition. I was quite used to no air condition, but still, we had like 1 fan in that room. It was so hot, and we got there quite late, and there was already somebody else in there, and since there was so few light spots, it was difficult for us to be able to find our stuff and put it off there. So some of us went out again to get some food and just walk around in the city, the town we were staying. And apparently, when we were still like, they found the massive spider in our room, like the biggest spider, and it disappeared. I was like, and I hate spiders. I hate them. So the rest, when we got back, they told us about it. The biggest spider ever. It probably was like huntsman or something. I didn't see it, as I said. And it's quite common to have spiders and cockroaches and stuff like that in hostels. So I'm not too strange. I'm kind of used to that, especially like cockroaches and geckos, especially in like Australia and those parts of Australia. But it was just, the whole setting, it was just, the beds were uncomfortable and it was so few showers, and it was just the fact that they actually had ordered for 2 nights and they only had for 1 night, and it was just a lot, and we didn't. So we decided the day after, since we didn't pay for 2 nights, we only paid for 1 night, we just left. It wasn't a really like nice hostel. Like, you know the difference between a nice hostel and then you have like an okay hostel and then you have the bad hostels. That's like, that was one of the, like, it was like there. So we decided to just leave that place the day after, so we headed over to Brisbane. But we still went to the zoo and everything, and we did everything we wanted to do, but we just left a day earlier. So instead of, we left like middle of the night instead of staying 1 more night and leave early. So we had time to do everything we were supposed to. We just didn't feel like staying at that hostel even longer, because we didn't feel like getting spiders in our bags and stuff like that. It might sound like, oh, you sound so fine, like that, yeah, but I'm not really. It's just everything in that scenario just built up to us leaving a bit earlier from that hostel. I stayed at a lot of hostels, like I said. Yeah, so we arrived in Brisbane. That's and we went to one of the like amusement park. Some of us went there. Oh my god. So there's certain like rides I don't like to take. You have the motion picture ones. I don't deal with that. I get so nauseous. And then you have the one that's just like woo, that spins you around like this all the time. I don't do them at all, just because I get so nauseous of them. So I just like, they were doing one of those that goes like this. So woo. That makes no sense, does it? It goes woo, and then it goes around. I am so good at explaining things. So I just said, nah, I'm good. So instead of doing that, I bought, I bought a slush. Because I'm smart. What was it, a candy slush? It was something really sweet. Because they did that, and I was like, I'll just go ahead, I'll just wait here and everything. But at the end of the day, we decided to do the last one. One that goes like straight up and then down again. And I was starting to feel a little bit nauseous, but I was like, okay, fine, I will do the last one, just for fun of it. And of course, that was the stupidest thing I ever have done. Like, I was starting to feel nauseous, but usually I'm fine with those kind of rides, just up and down. But at the very end, when we like notched down, I was like, ooh, and I had to run on a drop all over outside of, at least I got out of the ride, but it was not a pretty sight. Oh, sorry to have had to clean that up. At least I threw up like out, so I don't think anybody actually had to deal with that. I should not be drinking slushies and doing rides right after. That's just bad planning overall. But after that, a lot of us just split up. We were 5 people heading over to like doing the road backpacking. We went to Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong, Beijing, and Phuket. That's the places we went to. We were supposed to go to, was it Thailand? The Philippines. We were supposed to go to the Philippines. But unfortunately at that point when we were supposed to go there, they had a really big natural disaster. So we ended up at the very end to go to Phuket instead. So we went to Kuala Lumpur, Hong Kong, Beijing and Phuket, and then back to Sydney again. And the story itself of us not having to go, we didn't go to the Philippines, which we were supposed to, that's a story by itself. I'm not gonna name the name of that company because whole frustration overboard, I can tell you that much. Because with the hotel we had booked there, we hadn't booked the what's it called? You pay extra if you want to like decline and everything, if you don't want to just change your mind. We didn't book that one, so I didn't expect to get any money back on that. We were already kind of, it's fine. But on the flight ticket we actually did. We booked the extra cost for whatever it's called if something happened, and it did. And they were like, oh yeah, we were like, are we supposed to get the money back? We actually booked this and this. And they were like, yeah, you should go get money back, and nothing happened, we didn't hear anything, and they were like, well, and I sent them so many emails, I called them so many times, and I emailed them so many times. I was so, yeah. And they were like, oh, you have to wait so and so long before you get the cash back, and I'm like, okay, fine. So we waited for so and so long and didn't hear anything, so I called back and they were like, oh, we're still waiting to hear from the airline company, because we were like booking through like a third party. And they're like, oh, fine, okay. So we waited another week or so and they didn't hear anything, so I called back again and they were like, well, we still haven't heard. So I was like, okay, but can I then get the number to that airline company and I will deal with that? And they were like, no, we have to do it. And they were like, but it's been, I think I dealt with that for 6 months. If I don't remember completely wrong, it was 6 months I dealt with that, and I was just so angry with that company at that point. And still to this day, as soon as I see that company, I was like, nope, I am not dealing with that ever again. It was just so much stress for like 6 months to get that money back for something that shouldn't be so easy for them to like, okay, transfer back, you're good. Like, and I understand you have to wait for a certain amount of time before you get it back, but it's, oh my god, it was frustration. Because I called back and they always told me, you have to wait, you have to wait, you have to wait, you have to wait. I was like, you don't have to wait 6 months to get your money back for something. Especially when you paid extra money so you could get money back if something happened. But at the very end we actually did get money back. That was a victory. I was like, whoa! Alright, sorry, I kind of trailed off there. But this is me from the future, for like a couple minutes into the future. I realized this video is way too long, it's gonna be like 40 minutes, so I'm gonna split this video up into right now. See you guys next week. Bye!